Welcome back to another fantastic property tour, Rankin family. Today, we are located in Franklin, Tennessee, taking a look at another gorgeous luxury home. And I want to give a huge thank you to the listing agent, Milena Schroeder with Onward Real Estate for making the tour possible. I'll be sure to leave all of the information in the description below. Now, starting on the outside, family, you do have massive high-pitched roofs. You have the painted white brick. You are situated on 1.15 acres, so you have plenty of space in the front yard as well as the back. Now, you are going to have a long driveway that leads you straight there to the motor court. Now, what you also may notice is that you have the architectural privacy wall. So if the kiddos are playing right here in the motor court, you don't have to worry about the privacy element. Now, back there, you see that it leads you to the backyard. We'll see that a little bit later on in the tour. You have a 3-car garage and a quick access door, which is always a great thing to see. Now, as we continue, you have a long walkway here that leads you to the covered front porch. We'll see that momentarily. Lushly landscaped as always, and I always love to see that, especially with some of the spec homes and model homes that we have the good fortune of seeing. Now, the cool thing about this property is since you are located in Franklin, Tennessee, you have award-winning schools that is zoned to this particular property and community, and you're only a few minutes away from shopping. Now look at this. So you see the stone columns here, the painted white brick continues, and then you have the double front doors. But you will also notice the French doors on the left side. That'll lead you to the office. So if you need a quick breather, you can go ahead and head right out here. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get you inside. Okay. So right when you walk in, you have that intimate foyer. You see the crown molding. Now the double sliding barn doors here leading you to the office. Before we show you that, I'll go ahead and show you the front door. Beautiful. White oak floors right when you walk in, and that continues in the study. Wonderfully staged, plenty of space inside here. Outlets inside of the baseboards. You have a wall of built-ins. So if you are an avid book reader, you can go ahead and store any amount of books there. And then like I mentioned earlier, if you needed a quick breather, you could open that up and get a breath of fresh air. Okay, so the staircase is right when you walk in to the right. Nice decor there. We'll see the second level a little bit later on. And then you have a coat closet here. Perfect. Now, if you are interested in the property, it is listed at the time of this recording for $2.7 million. Beautiful. So starting here in the great room, I'll pan you upwards. You see the clear story windows with the grids inside, a lot of character. But in addition to that, you have the vaulted ceilings. Now you have the double sliding door that'll lead you to your screened in porch. We'll see that later on in the tour. Now, right over there to the left, look at the limestone linear fireplace. Gorgeous mantle, your double built-ins on both sides of the fireplace, open shelving and shaker style cabinetry that'll extend inside of the kitchen. Look how open and refreshing it feels. So since we are on this side, I'll slowly turn your attention over here to the left. To the right, you are going to have the powder bath. So I'll show you the vanity. You have marble counters. Look at the sconces. That traditional look. Now over here to the right, look at the laundry room. This is connecting to the primary closet. I'll show you that once we head to the primary suite. But look at the space that you have. That coastal blue for your cabinets. You see the cabinet crowns, a wall of cabinets, and a ton of storage. A lot of space. Now, as far as the hardware is concerned, you'll notice the brushed brass. That'll continue in the kitchen as well. So you'll see that theme throughout the home. Lovely. So we'll continue to the kitchen in just a moment. I have to go ahead and show you the primary suite. I get comments about that every so often about showing the primary suite as soon as possible. So let's go ahead and get you in there now. Okay, so again, you have the king size bed, the two nightstands, but look upwards. The candle style chandelier with the vaulted ceilings, creating that roomy atmosphere, and that's perfect for a primary suite. Throughout the home, also, you will notice the white oak floor registers, so a discreet and seamless look. And then now heading to the ensuite. The double doors here. Look at this. So you see the tiling right over here to the right. You got their water closet. Now you have a huge shower bench. You see the stone shower floor here. And then look at the rain shower head right above. The only thing I would love to see is the freestanding tub, right? But other than that, wonderful ensuite, his and hers sinks here, really unique circular mirrors, and then you see your matte black sconces. Now our first closet, right here to the left, extremely spacious. You got built-in drawers, open shelving, white oak floors, and then you even have some counter space. Next closet. This is the one connecting to the laundry room. Look at the closet island. You have a vanity too, overlooking the front yard, or in this case, you have that counter space where you can go ahead and get ready, but you're probably going to add some additional accessories to it. Look at all the storage that you get. Wonderful. Before we continue, let's open up some of these drawers for you. Soft close. And that'll bring you right back out there. Wonderful. So just in time to close on the property before the end of the year. That will always be a great New Year's. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so now heading to the kitchen. Look at the large island here, quartz counters. You have that beautiful custom vent hood matching the shaker style cabinets. Even looking at the pendant lights family, all Thermador appliances. You have the paneled refrigerator and dishwasher. Look at the Thermador range. An abundance of counter space. You have a farmhouse sink. And then of course that's overlooking the great room. Incredible. Now upwards, you notice that interior overlook, also known as a Juliet balcony. So really neat feature. We'll see that once we head to the second level. Let's go ahead and open up some of these drawers for you and appliances. Even the Thermador microwave. A lot of storage. As you can see throughout the property, that's it. That really is going to be a common theme throughout. Now, in addition to that, you see the stacked cabinets all along here. So some more storage, and that's always great to see. Now, heading over here, remember you have the double sliding doors inside of the great room, also in our dining area. Look at the windows and how that takes advantage of the backyard. So you have the painted beams, the double sliding door leading you to that screened in porch, and the candle style light fixture. Wonderful. Okay, so we'll go ahead and continue. Now, right around this corner, you have a prep kitchen. Look how huge this is. All the counter space that you can imagine. You have your secondary refrigerator here, wall-to-wall cabinetry. You see the sink overlooking the front yard. So a lot of these windows are positioned perfectly to maximize the view. A ton of open shelving. You even have under cabinet lighting throughout. There you go. So please let me know your thoughts in the comments. You know, it wouldn't be a great tour if I didn't ask you a couple times throughout the video, right? So I appreciate your patience. Now, right back here, look at this. You have 3 built-in kennels. I'll pan you downward so you can see what it looks like. In addition to that, you have the dog wash, some counter space over here to the right, and that is going to lead you to the backyard right here. Go ahead and give you a sneak peek. Look at the yard. Gosh, so if you did want to add that pool, you can definitely do that. Or the trampoline, the play set. Gosh, a lot of things you can do back there. But if you do have some furry friends, you can certainly appreciate this spot. So now continuing is leading you to the garage. Look how massive this is. A 3-car garage. Remember, you had that quick access door over there to the left. So if you wanted to store the golf cart, maybe a go-kart, dirt bikes, gosh, you can do anything. Now you do have a tankless water heater as well, some additional windows with the grids inside, and a lot of space to store any size vehicle. Wonderful. Also, you do have a pocket door. Now, before we continue, I have to open up the refrigerator. Almost forgot about that. And I have to show you that. That's how discreet it looked, right? Almost forgot it. So it did its job. Okay, so we're heading right back to the foyer to head to the second level. Beautiful property. Hopefully you are enjoying it. And then, like I said, right now it is staged. So if it's something where you wanted to close in 14, 21, 30 days, you can do so with no challenges. Okay, so now heading to the huge game room. An abundance of space that's connecting to a bonus room right there. We'll see that in just a second. I want to stand on this side to show you the full room. Now the crown molding extends upwards, so you will notice that theme. And look at this. You take 2 steps down and look at this space. Gosh, the possibilities are endless. Let me know in the comments what you would use this room as. Now you have that additional bump out over there, so you can go ahead and tuck something there if you prefer. Just gives you even more space. Look at that. You have some more attic storage. You see the insulation that even extends right around that corner back there. And let's see this space. Lovely. So all the storage in the world that you can imagine. Okay, so now heading to the first bedroom on the second level. They are doing a few touch-ups, so you will notice that, but it will be complete by the time you close. Now, you may know that Franklin, Tennessee, if you're not familiar with Tennessee in general, home to Dave Ramsey. His facility is minutes away from here. And folks really started migrating this way. I don't know if it was him that made it popular or just because it's overall a great area to be. And really you have to see it for yourself to understand. Okay, so before we head and show you over the Juliet balcony, I want to show you this full bath. This will be a shared bath here. You do have that shower tub combo, some of the chrome finishes. You have that marble, even the chrome sconces and mirror frame. And look at this. There you go. So this definitely takes advantage of every view possible. Love to see it. Okay, now heading to the next bedroom. This is connecting to the bathroom we just come from. You see that you do have the crown molding in here, 11-foot ceilings. Carpet inside of the bedroom. It was clean, so that's great to see. And a walk-in closet. And this will be our fourth and final bedroom. Okay. So one of the biggest rooms, at least excluding the primary suite, so you can fit a king bed without any issues up here. Now you have the LED ceiling fan too. You have the separate closet and bathroom. So we'll see the walk-in closet first. And there we go. So the black tiling contrasts very well. Even with the black finishes, you see the shower head with that shower niche too. Okay. And we are just south of Brentwood, Tennessee. So, Brentwood is usually the absolute favorite, the well sought after. And then I would say, gosh, the close second, if not, maybe it'll creep up to the first soon, is Franklin, Tennessee. But once you head out here, I remember the first time I came out here, gosh, over a year ago or so. By this time, I was in awe just from the environment, the people that you meet, how friendly they are, extremely nice, welcoming, and it's awesome. Now let's go ahead and get you right out here, family. So right off the bat, you see this screened in. Perfect to keep you away from those mosquitoes. Now you have the built-in grill on this side, leather hone countertops, stainless steel vent hood too. You got a beverage fridge as well. And perfect to whip up a good meal. Lovely. Huge patio space. And then if you look back here, this will give you a full idea of the backyard. Wonderful. And other than that, family, that was another beautiful luxury home tour. All right, Rankin family, that was it for this beautiful luxury home right here in Franklin, Tennessee. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this beautiful property. Is this something you can see yourself living in? Would you make any changes? If so, let me know in the comments below. If you want more information about this home or any home we showcase, reach out to the information in the description. Consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss a tour every single week. And I'll see you folks on the next property tour.